here is the highlight knowledge of the Section 3A Winning a Project. This section is about how to win a project in the landscape profession. Let's start with Part 1, Contract and Legal Concepts. A contract is an agreement between individuals, which can be enforced by law. Making a contract is so important to protect yourself and the interests of your client. Here are 3 main essential criteria when determining if a contract exists. Firstly, intention to create a legal relations. Secondly, consideration. And thirdly, agreement. So, what is consideration? We will go through the procedure of making an agreement by 3 situations. Situation 1. Before getting into the university, we apply and receive an offer letter, and then we sign to accept the offer. Here, a contract is made. It is same as the direct appointment in the professional engagement. Situation 2. Invitation to treat. In a supermarket, the display of goods is an invitation of treat. Invite the client to make an offer, and it could be accepted by shop owner or not. The same principle. Tender invitation is an invitation to treat. The landscape architect can make an offer, but not the client. It is different from the direct appointment. Situation 3. It's about counteroffer. In making an agreement, acceptance means accept without conditions. If there were extra conditions, it's about a counteroffer. In the negotiation process, making a counteroffer automatically rejects the prior offer. There is no contract if the counteroffer has been accepted. Part 2. Selecting a consultant. It is a stage before making the contract, which is the ways of selecting consultants and its tendering process. In the construction field, there are different ways for clients to select a consultant. These methods have different focus on the criteria. Quality-based selection, tendering, and quality alone. Price normally negotiated after a consultant has been selected, while competitive fee tendering a price alone. The 2-envelope system is the most common one in Hong Kong. It's tendering mechanism used in government projects, which make up a majority of landscape projects. Under 2-envelope system, the proposal concerning quality of service and price of service are submitted and given marks separately. However, the fee proposal will only be opened if the client is happy with the first technical proposal, which means quality then price. For the Hong Kong approach, the government consultancy are led on 3-stage system. A preliminary brief is issued by government to the consultants on tender list in the expression of interest stage. The government will look at the consultant's previous experience, knowledge of the site, and staffing of the consultants. After review, the government will issue a detailed brief which sets out all the background to the project, the scope for the service required, the location and extent of the project to the interest tender. The interested tender will turn in a technical proposal and a fee proposal separately. A majority of landscape works come from subcontract under the architectural profession. This chat is about hierarchy of the government project. The government understanding of the role of a client. The architectural service department acted as the main consultant while they are also responsible in managing the whole project. The Architectural Service Department will divide the work through subcontracting with various professions, including the civil engineer, quantity surveyor, planning consultants, and most importantly, landscape architects. For the private sector, the land developer are the client where they will usually have an in-house project manager who is responsible in carrying out and managing the projects and coordinates different sub-consultants. It once again includes diverse of professions we have mentioned above. In traditional practice, architects and engineers usually take the leading position of the project. However, in recent decades, in landscape predominant projects, for example park, landscape architects are assigned to take the leading role and take control in managing the project. The above diagram has showed hierarchy of this case. In the following chat, It is about relationship in law of subcontractor with the client. In usual practice, subcontractors are not allowed to get rid to the client directly through bypassing the main consultant, since duty of care should only act on party who formed contract. However, after implementing the collateral warranty, this is not the circumstance anymore. To sum up, Part 2 selecting a consultant, it is all of a game of working relationships. Part 3 Payment terms and financial agreement. This part is about how to calculate the charge. Here we provide 3 methods of payment. Firstly, percentage. Secondly, time basis, which is not applicable now. And here is guideline from HKILA about how to calculate in the 1990s. Thirdly, lump sum. It is most common nowadays.